Finally tired of doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results? Well, this show is going to help you change your life for the better. Strap on your seatbelt and navigate this roller coaster we call life with human potential expert and best-selling author Dr. Verna Price. Each week, Dr. Verna blesses you with her virtues to live your best life so you can be the best you that you can be.
Welcome back to Dr. Verna's Virtues. And this is getting into the Christmas holiday season. So let me right away say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, wherever you are in the world. For those of you who are brand new to my podcast, welcome. I'm Dr. Verna, and it's great to have you. Please listen in, tell your friends, subscribe. Love to have you be a part of this community. And for my regulars who come every week and listen, I hope that all is well with you. And as you get into this holiday and Christmas season, that you really enjoy yourself. Drink your tea slow. And I want to make an announcement. Guess what? Yes, it's finally here. My new book is finally here. Power Lessons for Life with Dr. Verna. I am so excited about it. Please tell your family and friends my goal for this book right here, which has got 10 powerful lessons for you in your life. And it's going to radically it's going to just give you a whole new perspective on improving your life, becoming your most excellent self. My goal is 1 million, to get this to at least 1 million people. So I want you to help me do that. Get your copy today. I just go to drverna.club, drverna.club, and you're going to get your copy. So love to have you get that in your hand. Get it for yourself and also for your family members. Someone just ordered 25 copies at 8 o'clock this morning. It just went live last night. So I'm really excited about it. All right. So today's podcast, before we even start, let's do my power is my ability to think a new positive thought, see a new positive vision, speak new positive words, write new positive goals, and do something new and positive with my life by taking a new positive action step. Be sure you take that new positive action step. All right. So when you know that you know that you know that you're supposed to do something. I'm not talking about when you think you know. I'm talking about when you know that you know that you know. In other words, you're connecting, knowing in your mind, knowing in your heart, knowing in your soul, knowing in your spirit. You're just fully connected. When you know that you're supposed to do something, or you're supposed to make something happen, or you're supposed to say something, or you're supposed to create something, when you know that you know, what I want to say to you is stop putting it off and do what you know that you know you're supposed to do. Here's why. On the other side of your know that you're supposed to do it, the other side is your future. It's your destiny. It's your calling. And guess what? It's your success. It's your prosperity. It's your happiness. It's your health when you know that you know. Now, here's the issue. So many of us are so busy listening to other people tell us what to do, what they think about us, what they don't think about us, what they think we should do, what we shouldn't do. They're busy critiquing us, and we're busy listening to these people. But the truth of the matter is that these people don't know that they know. You're the one. You know that you know. Right? You know that you're supposed to write that book. You know that you're supposed to do something about your family. You know that you're supposed to start that production company or that company, or start your own business, or whatever. You know you're supposed to have that conversation, which could actually totally change the trajectory of your family. You know that you know that you know. And when you know that you know that you know, here's what happens to you. First of all, you just have a peace about it. Like, yes, I know I'm supposed to do this. And people may not always agree. I'll give you an example. When I knew 22 years ago that I was supposed to quit my job, write my first book, and start my own business, I knew it. I knew it. Now, everyone else around me thought I was losing my mind. They're like, "You're losing your mind. What is wrong with you? You are a black woman with a PhD. You're teaching at a major university. You got a big job, and and what you're saying is that you're going to quit your job and you're going to write a book and start your own business. What is wrong with you?" But they didn't know. They didn't hear it in themselves. They didn't hear God say to them, "This is what you're supposed to do. This is where you're supposed to go. This is who you're supposed to connect with. This is how you're supposed to do whatever you're supposed to do." They didn't have that know that you know. I had my know that I know. I knew what I was supposed to do. Now, sometimes when you have that, it's not always easy to say yes to it because it could mean other things are going to happen in your life. Now, the beautiful thing about saying yes to your know that you know is that when you say yes to it, good things start happening. Now, it doesn't mean that you won't have hard and challenging, situations. You certainly might. But when you know that you know, what it gives you is resiliency. What it gives you is perseverance. What it gives you is a commitment and a passion to stick with what it is that you know that you're supposed to do. Not what your friends told you to do, not what your mama told you to do, what you know that you're supposed to do. So, why do we not? Why are there not more of us who actually do what we know we're supposed to do? One is that most of us are afraid. We're afraid of what people are going to say. We're afraid of losing people. We're afraid. We're afraid of losing what we think is our stability right now. Because when you do what you know that you know you're supposed to do, sometimes it may seem that your life gets a little rocky, a little shaky, right? And for me, quitting my job, that was a big, big, big step, right? Writing a book without anyone knowing about it. I didn't tell everyone, "Oh, I'm writing a book. I'm writing a book." No, I did not. Unlike this book that I just wrote, I actually told people I'm writing a book. I'm writing my fourth book. I told people about it. My very first book that I wrote, The Power of People, no one knew I was writing. It was just me and the Lord. We just wrote that book together. And when I stepped out to do that, it meant that some other things in my life, you know, were a bit more challenging, right? Finances were a bit more challenging. Why? I just quit my job. I didn't have a regular job anymore. I didn't quite know exactly how things were going to go, but I knew I was going to do what I was supposed to do because I had a know that I know. So being afraid of what could happen or what might happen, not being sure of yourself, not being confident in who you are and what your calling is and what your goal is and what your future is, what your purpose is. You're just not so sure of yourself. And I'm telling you, when you do what you know you're supposed to do, I'm telling you, it strengthens you. You get a new level. You get new wind beneath your wings. You get a new level of motivation. You get a new level of confidence because you did it. You took that action step and did what it is you know you're supposed to do. Even those hard, sometimes it means taking a hard step. You know you're supposed to have that conversation with that person. Why haven't you had that conversation? You know you're supposed to. But what? You're afraid, you're not sure of yourself, you don't know what's going to happen in the future, you don't know exactly what the outcome is going to be. There is almost, I would say, a spiritual side of doing what you know you're supposed to do. And in that space where you finally say yes and make a decision, you say yes and you take that action and do what you know you're supposed to do. What happens is that it's almost like the promise behind that obedience to what you're supposed to do. That promise kind of kicks in and begins to make a way for you. So even though you may not even know what's going to happen, what I'm saying to you is that you don't have to know what's going to happen. Here's what you have to do. You have to say yes to your know that you know. The other thing that happens with so many of us is that we somehow think we have to explain it to people. Like we have to explain our know that I know. The truth of the matter is that some folks can't understand it because they've never had something like that happen to them. So it's like you are talking two different languages and they cannot understand a know that I know. So the only thing that they can do is discourage you from doing what you know that you're supposed to do. Now, here's what I would say. As we move into 2023, when you do what you know you're supposed to do, it's going to make a shift in your destiny. It's going to make a shift in your future. It's going to create a new pathway for you in your future. And I can tell you, if it's truly what you're supposed to do, you're being honest with yourself, you're being confident in taking that step, is that life is going to get better for you. Things are going to get better. Opportunities are going to open up for you. New networks are going to open up for you. Why? Because you used your personal power to say yes to what it is that's in your spirit, in your mind, your soul, your spirit, in your heart to do. Do that thing. And I cannot wait to hear what happens. All right. So send me an email, send me a note, join my power team, drverna.club. Go and get my new book for sure. Get it for you, your family, and your friends. I look forward to seeing you next time. Let's go ahead and finish with our affirmation. This is my life, and I get to change it when I want to, how I want to, if I want to, because it was given to me. And that makes me very important, very valuable, very lovable, and extremely powerful. All right, use your power and do what you know that you know you're supposed to do. Bye.
Get caught up on previous episodes of Dr. Verna's Virtues at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
You deserve more internet than what you get from just your cell phone. Get free high-speed internet at home, a $29.95 value when you qualify for Internet Essentials Plus and the Affordable Connectivity Program. Enjoy more streaming, gaming, and video chatting on more devices for free. With unlimited data and a wireless gateway included at no extra cost. No fees, no taxes, and no annual contract. Connect to more of what you love for free with Xfinity and the Affordable Connectivity Program. Click, call, or visit a store to learn more.
All right, did you know I was the mommy slam dunk champion?
Really?
Yes, really, don't sound so surprised.
Let's see it.
Oh, you're ready. All right, here we go. Let's hear the crowd. So go to right, I go to left, fake a mom. Mama, go up, mama!
She did it.
Again?
You can't avoid gravity, but United Healthcare can help you avoid financial surprises by helping you compare costs and doctor quality ratings. United Healthcare.
Uh-huh.